Welcome back once again to the Shift Sitebuilder video tutorial series. In this video, we'll cover editing your site menu. When I say site menu, I'm referring to the navigation items here at the top of your website. To do this, to get started, we will begin at the dashboard, which we covered logging into in a previous video. From the side menu, hover over Appearance and click on Menus. Now, this should list, here we are, your main menu with the navigation items. If you want to change the name of any of these items, simply expand them by clicking this little arrow here to the right. For example, we'll try it on the About Us. And then change the navigation label to whatever you'd like that page to be called. Let's go with something more playful, like Who We Are. Click on the green Save Menu button in the upper right or lower right. We'll have a green notification at the top saying main menu has been updated. So now if we go back to our website, click the refresh button, we should see the Who We Are menu item. Now, going back to our dashboard, let's go over removing an existing item. To do this, for example, let's say we don't need a portfolio on our website. Simply expand the menu item and click on the red Remove button. Bam, gone. Be sure to save changes by clicking the green Save Menu button. And then we can check to be sure everything worked by refreshing our page. And now we have just the 4 menu items: Home, Who We Are, Services, and Contact Us. Now back in our admin area, we can also add new menu items that link to any one of our existing pages. So to do that, from the list over here, we'll see this says Pages on the left. Now this is a list of all of the pages we have on this website. So we simply want to put a check mark in the one we'd like to add. Let's say, for example, we do want a portfolio. We changed our mind. So I'm going to put a checkbox in the portfolio page and then click Add to Menu. You'll see the portfolio now appears below Contact Us. And to reorder any of these menu items, we can simply hover over any one of them and click and drag. So I want portfolio, let's put it right after home. And then click Save, refresh our page, and there's our portfolio page right back in the navigation. Now we can also make drop-down menus or sub-menu items. To do that, simply click and hold on the item you'd like to make a sub-item or a drop-down and slightly move it to the right underneath whichever menu item it should be nestled under. So, for example, let's put the portfolio as a drop-down menu of Who We Are. And it'll even say sub-menu or sub-item once we do that. Click on Save Menu and refresh our page. And now, if we see our menu, notice we have the 4 items, but Who We Are has a drop-down. And when you hover over, there's the option to select Portfolio. So again, to reorder any of these items or to make items a drop-down or a sub-menu, simply click and drag to where it needs to be. And be sure to click Save once you're finished. Now, adding a new page to your website. You'll notice that here in the Pages list, we can only add the pages that we've already created for this site. In the next video, we'll go over creating new pages and then adding them to this existing menu. Moving on to menu customization, you'll notice that the home button is highlighted green because that's the page we're on. And you'll notice the text is kind of a lighter gray color. If you'd like to change the color, font, text size, etc. of this menu, start by navigating to Divi from the back end, the last option on the list, and then clicking on Theme Customizer. Now, we've used this before when we were editing the logo size and spacing. And similarly, we want to click on the very same section, the header and navigation item from this list, and then primary menu bar once again, which is the same place where we edited the logo size right here. Remember that. Now, here we have a few other options. We have a text size currently set to 14. Adjusting this will change the font size of the menu items in real time, and you'll see that scaling as I scale this bar. Let's go with 20. That's a little large. Let's scale it back to 18. There. Now, we also have a font selector. By default, this will use the Open Sans font. However, we can select from this long list of other available fonts. Let's go with something a little more playful. Lobster. Yeah, I like that. We can also choose a font style, whether it be italic, bold, all capitalized, or underlined. And then we can also choose a text color. Simply click on Select Color, and you can use this little tool here to drag around and find the color you'd like. We'll go with a blue. There we go. And so you'll see that this text has now changed to a blue color. And then we have the active link color. So that's the color of the page that you are currently on. For example, you'll see it's currently green on the home page because we are on the home page. Let's change that active link color. Let's make it a darker blue. Perfect. You can also change the color for drop-down menus. You'll notice in this drop-down we previously created, there's a blue separator line. So that's what this is referring to, the drop-down menu line color. Let's just try to match that to a little more similar to our current blue. That looks pretty good. You can also change the drop-down menu animation. This is the animation that occurs when you hover over a menu item that has a drop-down. It's currently set to fade, and while it is a fast fade, you do see that it fades in instead of popping. And we can change that to a few other things: expand, slide, and flip. Let's try flip just for fun. Make sure we save and publish by clicking the green button up above. And now, if we go back to our live site and refresh, we should see those changes we made here on the site. There we go. So now we see we're on the home page with that nice darker blue we selected. We have the who we are, the contact us, services, portfolio. I'm just remembering that we removed that drop-down menu item. So let's go back to our menu and create that drop-down once more so we can see that new effect that we just enabled. Let's go back to our... Now to get back to our dashboard from this screen, simply click the X in the upper left-hand corner, and we'll arrive back at our menu page. Again, to make a drop-down, simply drag the item that you want to become a drop-down underneath its parent item. We're going to put portfolio under who we are. Make sure you pull it to the right and you'll see it snap in as a sub-item. Click on the green Save Menu button. Go back to our site and refresh, you'll notice that I'm just working in two separate tabs in my browser. I've got my administrative area open, and then I opened a separate tab and I went to my site, so I can switch between them rather quickly. Perfect, so here is our site, and now we have the new drop down, and there's that new animation, which is pretty fun there, that flip. You can see how that appears. Zoop, zoop. The sound is me, not the site, just in case you didn't know. Perfect. And that is pretty much all we're going to cover as far as menu customization goes. Again, there are even further options when you get into when you go into Divi and Theme Customizer, which is where we made those changes to the font and the color and the hover over and the active color. Again, that's under Header and Navigation and Primary Menu Bar. Now, there are a few other options in here that I'd like to cover in maybe another advanced video, but for now, we'll leave it as that, and we'll go over some more in the next video.